This is a Mercedes-Benz C63 S AMG, and I can already hear you guys thinking, what do you mean you can't buy this car in the US? Well, that's because this isn't just any regular AMG. This is a station wagon, making it one of the best family cars you can buy. And in this video, I'm going to show you everything that makes this car special, including the amazing exhaust sound. Now let's talk about the basics first. The C63S has a 4-liter V8 turbocharged, putting out 510 horsepower. Now that's 34 more horsepower than the regular C63, right? So you get some extra power there. And it's all on the rear wheels, so it's a lot of fun to drive, right? You turn off that traction control just a little bit in track mode, and it starts sliding around, especially when it's wet. So a lot of fun to drive. And when you're taking the kids to school or soccer practice, you can rest assured that you'll be the first one there. Unless somebody drives an RS6 Avant, of course, then you're probably not going to be the fastest. Now let's jump right into the key differentiator of this AMG and the reason why it's not for sale in the US, the station wagon part. Whatever you need a spacious car for, this thing can do it. I've moved across Europe in this thing, filled to the top with bags, and I've hauled an entire new floor from my apartment, right? You lay the bench flat, and there's just so much room back there, lots of room for space, storage, activities, whatever it is you're trying to do. It's really the best of both worlds, where you get the practicality and you get the fun. While we're back here, let's take a listen to the exhaust sound, because as you've probably already noticed, the exhaust isn't fully stock. The C63S does sound pretty good already because you get the AMG Performance exhaust, right? So you get those valves built in, you've got a nice button on the dashboard, but it still sounds kind of held back. So what I did is I put some decat downpipes in there, right? No cats, of course, not fully legal, and it does definitely make a lot of noise, but it just really opens up that exhaust and you really hear that beautiful AMG growl that everybody wants, right? I know not everybody likes it. I know it's personal preference. I love it. I love hearing sound when you drive a car, and I think this sounds fantastic. Let's fire it up. Now, I can't make too much more noise here in this parking lot, so I'll make sure to run some clips of what this car actually sounds like. Now, if you ask me, I think Mercedes has done an amazing job on this car, right? The front looks just like the sedan and the coupe, and as you start moving backwards, you get all of that amazing space. Now, I don't know exactly why estates like these aren't imported to the US, right? I did some research, and it looks like it's probably because of the US DOT regulations that Mercedes would also have to get for this specific type of car, right? The estate. I know Mercedes does have the E-Class estate, and because of that, also the E63 estate. It's probably just not worth it for Mercedes to then also certify this specific model just so that they could sell a bunch of these, right? Because realistically, how many estates would actually get sold in the US, right? Maybe a few car geeks like myself would buy one, but the average family car in the US, looks more like this, whereas the average family car in Europe looks more like this, right? Like a station wagon. If I look around here in this parking lot where I'm standing, out of the 10 cars, probably half of them are station wagons. So it's also just a key differentiator in the culture and the type of cars that are available there, of course. And because of that, you're not able to buy this car, this specific car, in the US.